Okay, so this is the second episode of my abandoned mode. Hang on, that's better. I finished off, I just got to the space station. I had been on a couple of planets. I've been reliably informed by one of the comments on my video, Gravnaut, that I will start seeing storms on some of the planets, so I need to be aware of those now. I know that the very first planet we start on, if we turn off tutorials or if we're playing in a mode that doesn't have tutorials like this, we'll just never have storms. I think it selects a planet that doesn't have storms. And then usually it will put storms in as part of the tutorial and as some kind of scripting. But in this case, in abandoned mode with tutorials off, I'm unlikely to see storms. But then I might start seeing storms now because I've reloaded, so we'll see. I'm aware that there are some Corvette issues, and because this is about getting a Corvette early on in abandoned mode to see how that works out, abandoned permadeath, I'm wary that there are some bugs that are just killing people if they take off in certain places with their Corvettes or if they do certain things in their Corvettes. So just in case I get hit by a deadly bug, then I am going to keep a version of my save so that I don't totally get shafted by the game, as it were. Let's carry on where we left off. I was attempting to get some Corvette parts so I can build a Corvette very early on in the save and see how that impacts playing abandoned mode. Now I'm using different headphones today because my other headphones have got a bit of a problem with the wires, and these ones do give me a slight audio delay. I need to get a new wired system, buy some new wires for my headphones, which luckily do have replaceable wires. So if I get frustrated with the sound, that's why. It's not too bad. I've minimized the delay as much as possible, but Windows really doesn't like Bluetooth unless the device really plays ball with it. So we'll see how that goes. I do like to use audio cues in this game, like knowing that there are sentinels around me, knowing that there are creatures around me, etc. So we'll see how that works out. Now, one technique in abandoned mode is start using whispering eggs, but I don't think I'm quite ready for that because I haven't even tried putting down the construction research unit yet. And part of my reasoning is I want to get a Corvette and see if you can put all of the terminals in there. Or a bit of lagging going on. I don't know if that's because of the addition of Bluetooth drivers into the mix. I hope not. It's going okay now. Maybe it's just catching up with itself. There have been a lot of changes recently in the code, and that does change textures and stuff. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to farm as much salvage containers, or as many salvage containers as I can. And I'm going to try and build a Corvette with those parts. So I need a certain set of parts. That's not going to help me. Although it says propeller module, that doesn't count as a thruster. Might have got other things though. So we've got a cockpit and we've got a walkway. We've got that. We didn't actually get the... At least we did. There it is. Going blind. But I can always sell the pieces that don't really count for cash, because some of them are worth quite a lot. Like if I get a spare cockpit, for instance. Now my tactic today is mainly going to be scan for buildings. Make use of their landing spot. If they have one. That's just a settlement. If I don't have much luck with that, like I'm not having immediately, then I'll probably put down a marker so I can return to the same one like I was doing before, but I'm very quickly going to run out of nearby salvage if I do that a lot. So this is better. This looks remarkably similar to where I was a minute ago. I think it's the same spot. What we didn't do is grab this, which is a bit of a schoolboy error in this mode. Starship launch fuel never hurts. Is there? Yes, there is. There wasn't one of these in the other one. That's offset for some odd reason. We'll check these first. Get any nanites that we can get. Navigation data never does any harm. Although I'm not sure if we can really trade them in this version. Possibly not. Yeah, they might be completely useless navigation data in this. Observatory. Well, that'll give us a point of interest. So these usually just roll backwards. So 1702, and then the 1 is going to the last digit, and then we'll slowly go through. So we want second digit 1, and there's only one with second digit 1, so then we have to look at the other numbers. So we've got a site up there where we can possibly get a little bit of cash, but not worth worrying about right now. It's a double step thing, I think, from memory. I don't want to mess around. I want to find this salvage as much as possible. See, if I have landed here already, which I suspect I have, then I may have got the only one that's in range from here. The wing I haven't got yet is all this stuff. Again, I really should be making use of all of these things. So what is the weather here? Torrential heat. So I should see storms occasionally. Did that activate the wrong thing, or is that one just empty? Yeah, it's just empty. Right, let's set a direction then. We'll go south, so we don't circle around on ourselves. Another shelter. I mean, they would be things to land at normally, because I'm focused on one task. I'm just really looking for landing pads. What's that? It's just, I think it's debris. Not going to help us now. It's similar. Don't know if the recording is picking up these slight audio glitches, but I'm certainly getting them in my headphones, so I don't think these headphones are going to be a very viable option in the long term. Nope, more day green. Yeah, land here. I have to go west. At this rate, and probably don't see what point monoliths would really be. I don't think they give, not monoliths, plats, plinths, whatever they're called. I don't think they're particularly useful in this mode. Here's something. First things first, let's make sure we get all the stuff. Have to get the refiner out and get rid of some of this scrap metal I picked up. Am I running out of space yet? Not quite. I wonder if I just sell encrypted navigation data. Oh, I wasn't trying to move it up. Okay. That one's not offset, that's okay. Can I go in this one? Yeah, there's nothing in this one. Right, let's look around. One over there. And if there are no others, then there's no point marking this spot. Oh, a bit fast. So used to ships that hover, I'm forgetting that I can't just sit there. Turn too fast. You end up moving faster. I think that got the whole thing, but let me just check. Yep. So what we got now? For a start, we don't have much space in here. Got some stuff to sell. Yeah. Got some engines now, and we've got a landing bay now, even if it is the one that's a bit buggy. It has improved recently, so we just need a weapon and a reactor, I believe. Of course, it'll be a lot easier to search for scrap once we do have a Corvette, because we can do that without landing. Wanted to drift west, I think it looked like. Now let's go up. Let's go somewhere else on this planet, because we're getting towards the water, and I'd rather stay near more serious land. Let's go over there. Oh, that's handy. It's handy because we can still sell some stuff while we're here. Button. Didn't choose the best landing pad then. I could have been a bit more fussy. Now, I presume most things don't work here. We don't have the NPCs. So we could probably still get charts. Yeah, looks like it. But obviously this isn't going to work because there's no NPC to interact with. There are no guilds because they're all dead. There's no one to use that with. Sell that. Sell that for now. Don't really need it right now. Probably don't need the Mordite right now. I can always get some. Got a bit of a merger of... To be honest, it feels quite fitting in abandoned mode that we've got stuff growing through it, so that doesn't look too bad. I don't think we get anything for doing this apart from the lore. But I'll just double check. Of course, we don't have any words. So I guess that's one reason to go to things like the plimps if you wanted to collect the lore. But there's no story. We've done the lore in the other game modes. More of a nice to have than an essential thing. Right, so let's mark here. It's a nice base of operations for today at least. Come back and sell. So I should have sold some of the parts, I suppose. Well, we'll do that next time when we come back. Didn't search for scrap while I was there. But we can do that here. Unfortunately, we won't get another point of interest because we've got one. Still access. I don't think it will give us a second one. So there's much point in accessing the terminal here. And regardless, I'm not going to. It's offset as well. Might need to refine these as well. I think all of these at the same point of interest are going to be the same layout on a single planet. No, I wasn't paying attention to my life support. Nope, scan. There's one. There's another one there. Have I got... See, I don't really want to lay that down. I was a little bit wary that the marker doesn't show properly. Sometimes it doesn't. So do I want to take the risk that the game's working properly at the moment? and the marker will show. I'm not sure if I do. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to head in the one that's closest to a cardinal direction. So that one is not... That one's kind of... Alright, so we might be able to retrace our steps and come back here. That didn't mark. I didn't mark it. At least it is further over there than I thought. We might be able to come back here if we retrace our steps, or at least roughly in this direction. So we're going, I don't know, 8 degrees north, just over the hill as well, so it's not like we need to come a long way. Stay on this, so we can flip over rather than turning around. Turn around in the end because I got a bit disoriented. So that was about right. So let's flip over. Doing a sanity check on my directions. Hang on. So it's there. Flip over there. Is that it? Yes. And the main reason I'm coming back is because I know there's more scrap over here somewhere. There it is. That's further away, I think. How am I doing for space? Let's put that in the... Oh, we really aren't doing well for space now. Got some of that in the other one. We got some of that in the other one. Oh, no, we didn't. Got some of that in the other one. So I'm looking to see if it says free slots 1, because it means I've got some in the other. Oh, there we are. So I can stack it better. At least I've got that. Don't have that. Don't have that. Don't have that. We're going to have to go with that. So I think we're definitely going to have to sell some stuff. We're discussing in my stream yesterday whether or not shooting this stuff from space is a bug. And it's possible that it's a bug. It doesn't really make sense that we can just shoot the ground and penetrate. But then we do have the neutron cannon, we can do that when we're on foot. To be honest, at the moment, because the bartering system for parts is so mean, I think we need to get whatever advantage we can. If they stop it later, I won't be that upset. We'll just have to be a bit more wary and go on foot. But for the time being, I don't have a problem using it because they really have dialed in the... If you swap some pieces for the part list, so if you're buying advanced pieces, it's so tight on its what you're allowed to swap and what you're likely to be able to get. And it just feels like it's not dialed in right. So you really have difficulty getting parts you want, because you have to sell off lots of quite valuable parts to even get them. And that just doesn't feel quite right. So I'm going to sell that. I'm going to sell my platinum, which I'm probably going to regret. Sell that. Sell that. I don't need to make my ship look pretty yet. I don't need a satellite receiver on it yet. Got some landing thrusters now. So I think all we're waiting for is a reactor, and we can build a Corvette from memory. So hopefully get a reactor relatively soon. Now we didn't search from here last time, so there might be some scrap on my scanner. There is, not far away. Yeah, so this is a difference between a an exploit and straight up cheating, which I always think, I mean, not that I've got anything against cheating in a game like this, but I always think that things like this, you're exploiting part of the system. It allows you to do this, and it feels okay. It doesn't feel overpowered. It just feels more efficient. Whereas something like duplication glitching, to me, that, yes, the system does allow you to do it, but the difference to me is that you're just kind of, you're clearly doing something that you would otherwise have to change the settings for, and that doesn't feel right. I mean, why not just change the settings? And I understand there are some people that just see, if the game lets you do it, then you can do it. The problem I have with that is I feel like the game lets you do it because it doesn't have any good way of stopping you doing it. The way this game works, everything is based on positions, like exactly where you put something. So if you put two items that are the same in exactly the same spot, the game just has difficulty understanding which one's which is why duplication errors work. I mean, duplication systems work with their refiners, etc. And that is taking advantage of something that the game can't control. It's not that they've left it in because they're kind to us. They've left it in because changing it would make it very difficult to play the game the way that we do. I can't help thinking that one day they might just take away those refiners completely and just leave us with very specific numbered refiners, a little bit like numbered containers, and also give us a portable one that we can, I can't remember what the proper name for it is now, but the portable one that we can carry in our technology, and that will be the only one. But they're not at that stage yet. There will come a stage where they try and tidy the game up, I think. Just make it a little bit more gamey and a little bit more structured. A little bit better for multiplayer. We all know it needs that. There will come that stage, but I don't think that stage is yet. I think that stage is once they've provided the platform for the game that they want it to be in the future. And the platform is tidying up the terrain generation, which they've been doing. Ships, you think of, I might make a whole video about this, but if you think about No Man's Sky, the two things that come to mind are the planets and the ships. The fact that the last two major updates, three if you say Worlds is two parts, have been planets and ships, that to me says they're changing the game. They're changing the foundations. They're going to build on these foundations. They're setting this game up to do something different. They've started from the bottom again. And when they're happy with those things working, Corvettes not being buggy, terrain generation not being buggy, there were still bugs about terrain generation before we came into this update, and you may have seen some terrain issues. What I should have done is left my refiner. I wonder if there's should be a working terminal in here. There's a multi-tool in here. I guess we can scrap these at the anomaly eventually. So I don't see any reason why not to grab it. I can scrap bits out of it. Let's remember to switch back. Mind you, that one's probably got better bonuses. We'll check in a bit. Selling stuff we don't want. Definitely don't need that. Going to refine these. I could refine those, but I probably want to get building parts. So let's sell the 1,400,000 just for pure pragmatism reasons. Don't need a diffuser. Don't need the hydraulics. Is there anything else in here we can actually get? Probably not. Probably a box down here somewhere. No. I'm not going to mess with the Whispering Eggs just yet. Any boxes on the landing pad? No. I just did this, didn't I? Yes, I did. So, scan from here, I guess. Or was there a settlement on the other side? No, it's just a long... Got one there. 409. So if that's not that far away. So again, if we try and stick to turn around tightly, we're going mostly just west, and it's just going to be over this hill. Might even be able to not worry too much about alignments and just flip back and go back again. Yeah, it's right there. How are we doing for landing? Yeah, we're 100. That one there. Remember at one time, people used to say you could only land at a landing pad once and it would be free, but it seems to be free every time. And I always used to set my bases up at somewhere where there was a landing pad and a terminal. So usually one of these minor settlements. Right, have we got a reactor? We've got a cargo. That's pretty useless to us at the moment. It would give us more inventory space though, so maybe I'll keep that. We've got a weapon. We did need a weapon. We didn't have one. We still don't have a reactor. We might have to refine. Let's go back to the marked position. Should also take the should write down the coordinates so I can return here if the game crashes for some reason, or if I'm forced to reload for some reason. That way it won't matter if the if again the marker doesn't remain properly for my... Come on, this one we want. There we go. For my refiner, which it should do. Right. See, on some saves I would make bases here. Because you get this like free shelter underneath everything. You can just kind of stand around in a storm, for instance. Use the condense because it'll be more efficient. I'm not going to pick it up, so it won't be being converted into normal carbon. Let's do the rusted metal. That's going to take a little while. Let's sell anything we don't want. I think I've just done that, but hang on, I do have uranium in both inventories. I would normally put this in my starship, but we're using the starship inventory more. Don't really want to use the extra, so I'm going to delete that. I'm trying to be really, really frugal with that anyway. So I can sell that. I can refine that. That was in both inventories as well. To try and get a couple of these going, I suppose. Later on in the game, you just don't care how much things cost, and I haven't played early game for so long now. I'm forgetting what you even need to build these things. So let's chuck that in there as well. I'm not on the absolutely meanest inventory settings. I'm on the... Is it harsh? I can't remember which one it is now. The one that isn't quite the absolute hardest, because I just don't feel like doing that in my very first abandoned perma run. I'd rather just have a little bit of ability to pick things up. So sell that, sell that. I'm not sure if we actually need these or not. I don't know if they do anything. I don't even know if we can refine them. We maybe can sell them. You know what? I'm just going to sell them for now. I don't think they're useful in this mode. And if they are, well, I've learned a lesson. Okay, so we've got a bit of ferrite. Carry on with that. Don't want to pick that up because I've probably got a full stack of ferrite down. I've probably got a little bit too much. Yep, I'm going to delete that. While we're struggling for space. Let's fill this. Oops. Right, I'm going to sell that. We need the landing thrusters. We need a thruster. We can sell that now. Tempted to keep the cargo space. Well, I've never seen any evidence that they work, but we'll test it. And I'm basically conserving everything. I don't want to build a base because if I get a Corvette relatively quickly, then I'll have a base that I can fly around in. And I'll have the ability to get lots of things that I don't need to get the blueprints for, like containers. Just keeping an eye out for any unmarked thing. There's a monolith there. Don't know if I really want to worry about the words yet. This is another trade post. Handy thing is I can just sell anything I don't want. So any new things will only be in my starship. Why doesn't the teller... I think it should work here. Yes. Because I'm parked at the actual station and I can access a bit more rusted metal. I don't know how much more rusted metal we really want. I'm so loath to throw it away though. Right, scan. Come on, we just want a reactor. Don't see any scrap anywhere near us. Just carry on. Hitting the sea. I don't know how far the sea's going to go. Let's go along the coast for now. What's this? Doesn't look very promising. It's a minus. It's a shelter. I mean, we're not in that mode at the moment. If I was flying over with a Corvette, I could jump out, get all the stuff, get back in. No fuel wasted. Everything efficient. That's where it's going to make a big difference. That's why I'm very focused on just getting a Corvette up front. See how it all works if you just get one as soon as possible. I just have to stop myself landing because I'll be just so used to landing. Hitting that X button on my controller, on my Xbox controller equivalent. Like that. got to get turned around and look at the same things. Can't make out what's here. Oh, it's very little. Very little is here. I feel like even with this method and every other method you play with this game in abandoned mode, it all becomes a bit of a scavenger hunt. If anything, there are less things that can kill you because you've got no pirates. If you do extreme permadeath, for instance, if you just whack all of your settings up to maximum, you really have to be careful of being attacked by pirates for quite a long while into the game. You don't want to get caught out in the in space. You want to stay near a planet if possible. Factory. Well, I have a microprocessor. It seems a bit expensive. But applying an override chip makes the most sense to me. The recipes might be more useful. Oh. Will it let me? No, it won't. You have to extract the nanites. I wonder if I'd gone out and come back in, but never mind, I got something out of it. So remember next time when I go in one of those things, don't leave my inventory full. Right, scanning. Just want a reactor. That's all we need. The one there. And one there. So that one's a time. So that's going to be quite a way away. So this one's really close. So it's almost exactly west. Not quite there, but if we go east, we'll be at a spot where we're just landing. I think that was getting the things around it to start with. Got it. Go east. There it is. That tree looks nice there. And then where was it? There. What did I get? Did I get a reactor? No, I didn't. booster, cowling. Got 4 slots left. Might have to, if I can buy a reactor. I don't even know what I can buy. Might have to buy a reactor. It's probably worth the investment. But where I just was, no it isn't. Be frustrating though, I don't really want to buy anything. Let's do the basics first. Nothing else to pick up here? It's a bit mean. Oh well, got a few nanites. Getting loads of navigation data I can probably never use. Oh, that's nice. That might become our main weapon for a while, once we get that patched up a bit. Sell that. Sell that. Sell that. Sell that. And that. And that. And that. That. And that. And I could, once I've got a Corvette on the go, then I got a bit more space in my inventory because I can put a lot of this stuff actually into the box. But I don't think you can put it in the box until you've got one on the go. What we got here? Nothing much else. Not even one on the ceiling for me to shoot. Nothing else going on here. Oops. I remember I don't have much. I don't have any modules yet, really. And one of the things I could have done, and I know I can hear Gravnaut in the back of my head saying, why didn't you search all the other planets and find out if you had a better multi-tool at A-class? And maybe I should have done. But again, I'm a bit focused on one thing at the moment. There it is. And what else did I get? Nothing much useful. Am I going to have to buy a reactor? Two alerts, presumably the source of this. I guess this is one reason why you might want to learn the languages. Terminal flashes 2 alerts, presumably the source of the alarms currently ringing in my ears. After printing out its status update, the terminal presents the options to override either alert. From the holographic display, the warnings appear to relate to damaged components within the facility and the presence of an interloader. This is a Viking one, so I think it's about breathing aggressively. No, it's not. I have not got those memorized, which I don't think is a problem. There are some, as I have looked at the various questions and answers. There are some that have two that look remarkably similar if you don't have the language. So you can get caught out thinking you know because you remember it from before. Oh, I've got the wrong... I forgot to change my... Can't pick it up because I've got stuff in my inventory. No, I haven't. It's flashing like mad for a reason. Good reason. Let's put that one in there because it's nearly at 0. Should really make some more. Why isn't that letting me pick it up? Looking for an offset. Very odd. Well, let's not worry about it. If it happens again, we'll reload. But we'll do that back at our marker. Curious deposit, only 304 U's away, but it's really difficult to use curious deposits with meaner inventory sizes. It's probably not worth it. The game is mostly balanced for survival. In normal, it's a real big exploit to use curious deposits. In the meaner versions of the game, but meaner, I mean like I sometimes use the term meaner, and I think people don't necessarily get it because it's more of an old-fashioned term. But meaner, as in more miserly. Still not getting anything. We're getting stuff to sell still. Still not getting a reactor. That was the second or the third? I think it was only the second. So I was finding it difficult to find anywhere to land. I was going roughly north. And I'm a little bit more confident that I'm not going to die at every turn. I may stream this, but it's an added distraction I don't need at the moment. Oh, I'm going to land here because it will give me another spot. So I'm going to use a bit of launch fuel. And it's a reasonably good idea if you just land. Always just double check you do have launch thruster 100% before you get out of your ship. Because if for some reason you've used some and you wander off, it can take a while to get back to your ship. Not that I'm about to wander off, but it's a good habit to get into. Let's get... Oh, there's nothing there to get. And 1,227. That's a lot closer. 515. So this will be 3 and 4 if I can retrace my steps to here. And that's roughly west of north, so north-northwest. That was just so close. I'll be able to find my way back. Should be able to anyway. I got the initial light scaffold. Girder array. Sentinel boundary map. Always handy. We're going that way. Should only just be over the way here. So I thought I'd be able to find it again. But it's a smaller thing, isn't it? I got past it. Oh well, I'll land somewhere else. I think I've lost this one. It's because I had to turn around to shoot. I didn't really keep my bearings exactly right. we're just doing a test of the emergency signal in the UK, and so I had to mute for a little while. This isn't the same one, is it? No, because that's a different distance. There's no point popping that again. Because it'll just give me the same. It doesn't give you two things, I don't think. I would have got a handful of nanites, but... Getting a good haul of boundary maps. I now have full space and no reactor. Just got one space here, but I might as well fly back. At least we have another minor settlement we can go to. So I think I've done 4. So one more salvage search, and we'll give up and buy. Because we would have sold enough by then, I think. Sell first. Keep that. Keep that. Keep that. Oh, I've got one we could sell. Keep both of those. Keep both of those. Don't need any of those. Don't need that. Got that, so I don't need that. Don't need that. Don't need that. Or that. Or that. Or that. Or that. Probably not that. Starship out of range here. Going to need the teleporter at some point, but we may not need to put it on this one. Just want to temporarily be able to put this in here. Oh, I can just reach both here. Don't need that. Store all of our dihydrogen in the form of jelly. I'm hoping I don't need to do any more. It's going to take a bit. Oh, that's not. That's not going to take that long. Why did that only do that much? Oh, I ran out of fuel. I'm hoping I don't have to do any more searching for resources until I've got my reactor. I might hang around here. Have I got anything I can sell? Not in there. I could go and spend those, I suppose. No, I won't have a... I don't know what stage you have access to normally. Do you do it after warp-in or straight away? I'll have to find out. Give me a bit of space because I'm not holding the viscous fluids at the moment. I can get them all into living slime, and then I know it takes a while, but it takes stuff out of my inventory. So let's go and get that. I think this will be the last scanning spot before we give up on the reactor. And also, I'm not going to pick up any slimy stuff unless it happens to be living slime, which is unlikely to be. C class. Well, how much of launch fuel have I got? Don't really need that much of it, but maybe more than 2. Just in case at a pinch later. A starship. Have I got any metal plating in my inventory already? That no, so I won't do that yet. Anything else? I got magnetized ferrite. I don't really take up too much space in my inventory at the moment. I haven't. I'll reserve that for later too. Just being hyper cautious with my space. Should be fine once I've got a Corvette. I can start building stuff. Right, I'm going to delete that. I do like that story. I should maybe be reading it out, but I know it quite well, so I'm just kind of... Oh, there was some stuff there. So I'm kind of skimming through it. Oh, scan. Nearly got in my ship. One more. There's another one here, so I am going to come back. 522. 1000 and... So basically, just off of north, just behind me, a little bit away. Don't want to lose my bearing. There we go. What's there? Just a shelter, but it's not far to walk, so I might pop there too. Where was it? Oh, there it is. Didn't look at what I picked up. What did I pick up? A radar dome. We can sell that. We can sell that. This one? Yeah, I did. It's something I've noticed a bit, actually. Sometimes when there's not a shelter next to a minor settlement, there's one just over the hill somewhere. Quite often, in fact, because usually there is one. Oh, I'm using the upper thing again. Picked up so many multi-tools now. Why isn't that letting me pick it up? I'm going to have to reload, I think. Ah, I don't actually have any space this time, so I've got the voice turned down quite low in my headphones. Do I get rid of that? Let's get rid of that. We're doing all right for ferro right now. Oh, I didn't need... No, it can't be that. Oh, it is that. I thought I had some salvage data in my inventory. I do. It's offsetting. It's not doing the count properly. I've never noticed that before. That's not going to help. I need the mining beam active. Any sodium around here? Let's get the sodium. The oxygen. Burn some of it. Come on, give me a reactor, because this is the last one. This is technically the 6th one, I think. And I said I'd do 5, but I saw another one just here. Nope. Right, let's go and buy one then. So we should be able to sell some of this stuff. Actually, we don't necessarily even need to. We've got 20 million. We've got most of the parts. We can buy the basic reactor that we're able to buy as a basic part. Or even swap. Actually, we might be able to swap with the parts we've got. Let's see. That's probably valuable-ish. It'd be nice to not have to spend any money. Are we going to have access to our starship all the way over here? Does it count if we're in the space station? Right, I want to give myself some space. Because I've had problems with that before. I'm presuming it won't let me just put stuff in here yet. Maybe it will. I didn't think it would. It does. I could have been just chucking stuff in here. I thought I tried this yesterday. Well, not yesterday, the last session. Right. Purchase modules, trade advanced modules, reactors. Which one's the cheapest? I don't know. Well, I'll try anyway. Nothing that I don't want to give anything valuable, that's the problem. Which might mean it's easier to sell stuff and buy one. Yeah, we can afford that. Didn't want to have to. We can afford it. Right, landing thrusters. Habitation. Got 2 habs. 2 habs is better than 1. Let's put them in a line. Maybe we won't put them in a line because we've got this type. So it makes sense to put them in a line like that. Thrusters on the back. Laser beams on the front. It's going to be a very weird looking ship. Reactor. Cockpit. And that's a finalizable thing. What else have we got? Doesn't seem to do anything. There's some debate about whether or not maneuverability is actually improved for things like aerofoils. When we have them, we can take them off at any time. It takes very little extra work to put them on. Does it just add to the weight? I don't know. I don't know if there is a calculation at all. Maybe it was just speculation early on. Like the idea of putting these on both sides. Makes it look a bit different. Don't really need that on anywhere. Got a bit of space for a window there. Don't actually have resources for a window, of course. Finalize. Nothing to compare it to, but yes, we'll compare and we'll click. I'm not going to exchange the ship. That would be madness at this stage anyway. Okay. Let's find out what we will actually need to build the basics. The first thing we would really want is that we just need some metal plating. That should be fine. Already paying for itself. Nothing to grow yet. Mission radar could be useful actually. We should have a microprocessor somewhere. I didn't sell it. Unless I spent it somehow. Oh, because the other ship. Okay, let's go and get them. Because the mission will actually give us points of interest as well. Oh, I didn't need to run a lorry down there, did I? But no, I don't have a microprocessor. Could have sworn I had one. Did I use it building the ship? Did I sell it? Well, I don't have one now, whatever, so might be able to buy one here when I'm selling the other stuff. Refine one of those. It might be handy if I'm in a pinch. I've got some space to keep that now. So I guess the next stage is to start putting some of this stuff into... Oh, I didn't sell that. Nothing else. It's already in there. So let's sell that. Go and put some of this stuff into... Actually, sell that as well. I'm going to start putting everything in containers except for... things I might need in the other ship in a pinch. So sell that. I'm going to sell that. It's worth more to be sold at the moment. And sell that. Probably don't need to run backwards and forwards. I don't. So I can put that in there. For no, not everything, but actually for the time being, how much? That definitely needs to go in there. That can 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 be deleted. These are the kinds of things I would keep in here. That can go in there. That can go in there. That can go in there. Exosuit, exosuit, exosuit.
Technology recharged.
I'll leave a couple of those in there. There will have been a cut there because I was sneezing, as long as I catch it in the edit. I should put that in, see if it makes a difference. Let's have a look. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. You know what? It doesn't go sideways. Oh, it does go sideways sometimes when it feels like it. Okay, put it there. Oh, put it there. That's better. That's better. Yeah, we did have extras. It says it gives us one slot, and it's given us an extra slot here. Right. This one's got a fully charged hyperdrive. That's handy. Should probably make some fuel though. So probably got enough for antimatter. Yes, we have. A couple of those. No more. A couple of those in that case. And a couple of those. So we've got a backup. Hang on. This isn't working. Oh, it's bringing in the purples, is it? Has it just crashed? No, it hasn't just crashed. All arrays sect. Yes, stellar manifestation. Fair enough. Can only go to yellows anyway. So we'll just go to the first yellow system. That really doesn't look yellow. That looks very green in this light. What are we in? Are we in Viking? Which is why we were definitely getting multi-tools. Stick with Viking then. Yep, anomaly just popped in there. Okay, so what I want to do here is when I sell the dud multi-tools, maybe scrap the parts first. And maybe I should, I've got plenty of space at the moment. Maybe I should put some of these stuff in my storage container. Not that. Platinum could probably go in there for now. And microprocessors could probably go in there for now. Sodium nitrate can stay in here. Still some animation issues with that hatch. I thought I was in space for a minute. We just passed 2 hours, so I may just finish off here. So I've achieved getting the Corvette. So I can do a bit of scrapping. This multi-tool is probably rubbish. Don't believe it has any raw bonuses. I'm probably pretty sure most of these things are in the other one, but I can always scrap and... So first of all, we'll scrap that one. Now we have a C-class. I think it's worth doing a few of the basics, but not running around getting stuff like... That's 2 slots back, so that's going to be a little bit more valuable. I do think it reduces the value when you scrap bits out of them. I'm not 100% sure. Maybe I should do a comparison. Anyway, there's not much space left here. So I can delete that because I've got one here. Anyway, that's the terrain manipulator. We haven't got that in there yet. Let's put that over there. Bolt caster, we've got one, so we can delete that one. So it's literally a bit scrappy, but it's not bad. And we can put a slot in. And then I think we had one more. We did. Right, let's just check the value of this a second. 460,000. So it's not much. It actually had an available supercharged slot though. Still the same, so you do get the extras. Very nice. Got a nice little block there. Start getting blueprints soon. Put those in Starship. We'll sell those as soon as we get to a terminal. Oh, we've got another one of these. Excellent. Got a nice little multi-tool building up. Can't get that. We can get this. We have 970 nanites, and I like to try and get towards hypercore as quickly as possible. Cadmium and microprocessor. Bear that in mind. I won't be making that for a while. But I could make that one. Copper and microprocessor. So we've got the hypercore recipe. That's the most important thing. Now I don't want to build a standard base. So prefabs are out. Cuboid rooms are out. Save beacon is definitely worth having. That's out because I can't use it. Portable refiner we already got. Don't need a refiner because we can build one in our Corvette. But we do have stuff below it. Antimatter reactor. I bet we can't build that in a Corvette. Might be interesting to discover if we can, but I bet we can't. Feeders, we'll worry about that another time. Signal booster, don't think we'll need it. Factory. Actually, no, I don't think we're going to need it right now. Landing pad, no. Don't need an appearance modifier. Wonder projector, no, not yet. That could be handy. So we do need to get that though. Put that on the ship somehow, but we could make mark somewhere on a planet with a safe beacon and have an oxygen harvester nearby. Autonomous mining unit, possibly. Right, we're going to get that. We're going to get that. And we're going to get that. And that. And an automated trap. We can put these in our thing. And we can put those in our Corvette. A weapon rack. I don't think we're going to need one of those for a while. So we've got one left. I think we need anything from there for a while. Building a base. Don't need the containers. Yeah, we've got one left. Just can't see what else to do with it at the moment. Should get some more C-class. A mining beam and a bolt caster module. We've got 3 mining beams. We'll see which one's best. So this one is overheat downtime. That's actually heat dispersion and mining. That's the best one we've got. They're both the same, and I suspect they're the worst of the two, so we'll scrap that one. Then any place we've got where we can put that is there. Could get that one. Got one wiring loom. I feel like we need actually it does give us a whole run of space. I'll leave it for now. We don't need it right now.
Technology recharged.
I'm not going to start doing weekend missions. Perseus infestation sounds like a stupid idea at this stage. Catch fish, we haven't actually got the thing to make do fish yet. Survey a planet, that will take a while. Tame wild creatures. Be interested to know if there were even enough creatures to tame, but it does give us a warp hypercore. That doesn't sound like a bad one to do. I'm going to go for it. If it puts it on a terrible planet, I will be most upset. We haven't got the carbon. I have to get the carbon when we get there as well. First things first, shoot some plants. That's warped us. We get a free warp out of it, theoretically. But we didn't go to the space station, so I hope it takes us back to the original again. Actually, while we're here, we'll go to this space station. Just put our feet into it. I don't know if that stops us going back to the other one, but at least we get one out of it, regardless. Oh, this is scientific. That'll be handy. If trading is even worth it, which I doubt it is. Purple system. That's handy. We could get an indium drive. We can now walk to this system. We can now teleport to this system, not walk to it. See if we can scan. This isn't the ideal hatch for this, but I didn't mean to come all the way out. Don't mind, we're on the planet now. Don't have any thermal protection. Don't see any animals. There are 9 here. Just need to go to the sunny side, I guess. There's none underground, so that's handy. Ah. Just disappeared. Oh, yeah, we're going to shoot some. Are there any plants? Ferrite dust. One of those ones without trees for a start. Be back to you in a minute, mate. Get some oxygen. Guess we could always refine some carbon, but that seems a little bit crazy considering I haven't got my refiner with me. Now we've got a nice herd. It's not quite fallen enough. We'll just conserve that a second. Where's some carbon? I'm just doing so well getting the fauna. I'm drifting a little bit away from my ship. There's one more fauna over there. Just need some carbon. Blimey heck, where is it? That's... I got enough to make some... No, nowhere near enough. So I need that. That's the plant. Much nicer beam now. This should be pretty quick because got so many creatures here. They seem to be a bit fast to let go of them. But see if my terrain manipulator, whether I'll actually get any of that back under here. I don't think you will normally. No, it just stops it getting worse, but gives it a time for all of these creatures. 13 at the moment. Let's see if any more go before I get up there. Oh, we've got a whole load that haven't got any food now. There you go. Maybe it refreshed it. Can't interact with those directly. Missed my chance then. Don't think I got damaged. Let's use some oxygen. And some sodium nitrate. Just top it up fully. Give myself some time. Should be some more creatures here. 19. I want a nice little... Saw a herd over here a minute ago. Where's they gone? They're not there now. Oh, are they coming in? Yes, they're over there. Need some more. I only make 5. I'm going to have to get a bit more. Shooting around them does tend to make them skittish though, so I need to make sure I get them before I... 1, 2, 3, come on, 4, 5, I think 5. Right, let's go and get the carbon. I gotta go back to my ship just to regroup. Because I'm a long way from it now. Not that far, I guess. Right. This is cheaper. Let some creatures spawn in. So 25. See, that one gave up looking very quickly. Or did it? It's still running in the right direction. 26. Is it going to get it? $27. That one never got it. Let's give it. Egg milk. Have a little cluster. Run out of pellets again. Run out of carbon again. What we do with some cobalt while we're around the planet. This is cold. Charge.
Stabilizing.
Can I just step on this? I can. I just have to be careful. Oh, I've restricted my view with these round things, haven't I? Okay, that wasn't the best idea. I wonder if I can tame them from here. Oh, I haven't got anything to think. I need some carbon. It really isn't the best planet for carbon, but I think there's some there. Quickly running out though. We've got 5, but we're nearly there. We've only got to get 8. So we just need a nice little cluster of animals all together. They're a bit dispersed, but we'll try that one over there. Oh, he got in the way. Oh, no, it didn't. It flew right through him. 30. You having difficulty getting to it? 32. Some of these just didn't get fed, I don't think. Oops. Come on. 33, 34. $35. Got one more. I just need to drop it somewhere where there are 2 creatures that can run fast. And there's only 1 creature and it can't run fast. Yeah, that's almost okay. One. No, he's not going to pick it up. Is this one going to? Oh, this one might. Come on. Come up that hill. $37. Yes. Let's get off this planet. Come on. That was close.
Stabilizing.
Shut the hatch. Come on. Why is it not getting me to shut the hatch? Back to the anomaly. How far did we travel? It was the technology one, because this one was, yeah, that was advanced materials. We didn't go to the space station. I'm just making sure we get this just in case it doesn't teleport us back here. It's going to do it anyway, manually. And we can put that in. And I know what I haven't been doing. I haven't been getting the little boxes. Yeah, I'll come back for that. Do that in the next session. I think they're exploitable at the moment. I think they just refresh on reload. I don't really want to do that. So that's pretty much rounding it up. I'll just hand in this. We've got a couple of multi-tool expansions to go. Got a few things to sell from our scrapping. We've got the beginnings of some cooking we could do later. I think they should have left that elevator landing bay thing until they'd got it right. I think they were a bit overconfident with that one. They should have waited and tested it thoroughly. So I've now got a hypercore, and I also have the ability to make hypercores if I can get hold of some AI carrier fragment. That could be very handy. I'm not going to do anything else right now. Yes, I've got the ability to make hypercores if I can just get hold of some storm crystals, which I might hold off doing for a while. Got a few things to sell. And most importantly, I've got a Corvette, which will make things a lot easier as we progress, because we can already start putting things in containers. We'll very shortly be able to make a refiner, a proper one. It's not going to work. So we can get some platinums and some hydraulic wiring relatively easily. We can make a nutrition unit at some point. We can do that now, actually, while we remember. Magnetic seal. Then we've got a bit more storage space, and also we can start cooking. Got it in the other storage at the moment, so we'll do that. We'll tidy that up later. So yeah, we're well on the way to being quite productive in this save. So there you have it. That's my second session of abandon mode in Permadeath with harsh but not totally extreme settings. I've been Pharaoh. Travel well, and goodbye for now.